Hey guys, welcome back. So I wanted to do a video around my background and story and advice to you to kickstart the series of all the wonderful women from different industries and backgrounds to come. In my last video, I spoke about what YWC is going to be about and why I started it. So if you missed that, jump back to that video just to get to know and see what we're going to be doing in the future. However, I am at home now in my parents' house and I am missing my plant from my apartment. So if this video does look a little bit different, that's the reason. But let's jump into it. So let's start from the start. In high school, I was coming towards year 10 to 12 and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I thought maybe I'd be a teacher or work with kids or do something within that profession. And then I took a subject called business management, which I really loved in year 11, and it opened my eyes to the world of business and management and working with people, and I really took a liking to it, and I was also quite good at it. So that kind of paved the way for me to go into a business degree at uni. But before we jump into that, I wanted just to go back to year 12. So I worked quite hard in year 12 because I wanted to achieve a certain outcome. And people always say, because I'm based in Melbourne, about, this is the year, ATARs matter, rah, rah, rah. And I just think your ATAR doesn't matter. If you want to achieve something, then just if you put in the effort and all the work around it, you will be able to do it. That's the biggest differentiator. I think if people really do want to achieve something in year 12 and get a good mark, it's because of the effort, but it doesn't have to happen in year 12. It can happen throughout your whole entire life. So I think that was one of the big stepping stones. However, like I said, you can make anything happen. So don't stress too much. You've got time. But anyway, jumping back into the story. So I did pretty well in year 12 and I went into uni and I was really psyched because I thought it was going to be an amazing experience. I'm going to make heaps of new friends. And when I first started, it was a lot different to what I expected. I lived quite far away, so I was very straight in and out. And to be honest, I didn't go half the time. I watched a lot of my lectures online and I was working full time. So I had a lot on my plate. It was a really crazy time. And as you go along, you learn how it all works. So I think year 3 really paved the way. And I look back now at my uni education and I really do value it. Sometimes it's hard when you're doing the late night essays and you're short of money and it's manic. But looking back now, I definitely think eventually I do want to go back and study because part of me does miss it, which I think is a little bit insane. But I think also the lifestyle and having hours off in your day, and it's quite flexible, so I think that's something great about uni. So jumping back to it, in my 3rd year I went on an international experience and I did an internship. So I ended up making heaps of friends, but I think that was the most valuable things that I did at uni that got me my job today in a graduate program. So my international experience went to Silicon Valley and we went to Google and all the different tech companies, and we heard about startups, and that really opened my eyes and started to pave the way into what's possible and what's to come. So that was a really big differentiator for me, and I really recommend, no matter what you study, that international experiences, plus they are normally fully funded or partially funded, and internships are just invaluable to getting yourself a job after uni and also getting an insight into the industry and seeing what it's about. So that was my education experience, and I have heaps more tips and advice on that, but I think to keep this short, let's keep moving. So my role today. I work in a global IT company as a business development graduate. So I started with them over a year ago, and in a couple months' time, I'll be rolling off the program. But over that time, I have learned so much different skills and knowledge and experiences and had a lot of exposure, which has been fantastic. And I would never have thought I would work for an IT company, especially while at uni. But I think that's the main thing, is you just apply for as many jobs as you can, because it is quite a competitive. And now I'm so grateful because I've had so much exposure and learned so many new things, and we're working with different customers across all different industries and helping them transform. So it's really interesting, and I think I found my passion in that way. So I think my advice in regards to that is don't be picky and try and just go for everything, because any experience is invaluable. So back to my role, I was originally in sales, and as a graduate you go across different areas, and the program that I'm in is currently quite flexible, which is fantastic. So I've worked across all different teams and projects, and I think that's the best part, is it gives you a really good breadth of experience, which is what's needed, and helps you develop a lot faster. So in doing that, I've really found a passion in strategy and change and improvement initiatives, and working within a team, and helping, push forward to the future. So a lot of my work today is around improvements within my initial team, and the different strategies we can stand up to make sure that we're making their life easier, and also providing a better experience to the customer. So I kind of created that in myself, just because I've realized what my passion and line of work that I really love and enjoy doing is. But that's the best thing about when you're starting out as a young, eager professional, is that you never know what you're going to end up doing. Like your career, honestly, I thought I would come in and then just go up, up, up. And it actually is more like you zigzag, you go into different positions, you go into different areas of the organization. So you keep evolving. And that's definitely one thing I've learned as well, that I was quite surprised about, because it can be a big shock coming into a 9-to-5 corporate environment. With a lot of people and different processes and policies, and knowing how things work. So I think so many opportunities have just come up, and you slowly just evolve as you go. So that will help roll into the advice. So my advice to you is to build your brand, and you can even start while you're in university and high school. So that's putting your step forward and doing things that add and build to your resume and to your skills and knowledge. So even if that's a training course or a program that you do, it's really, really valuable. And also naturally networking, like I said before, and building your brand and being yourself and getting to know people in the industry, or just friends, or at uni, because you never know that in the future or 20 years down the track, they might be in another organization and can help you out and lend a helping hand, and vice versa. So connections is really important, and being yourself. And that's another thing, is build on your strengths. So we all have different strengths and can add value in varying ways. So for instance, I never thought I was creative, but I can contribute a lot of different ideas, and have really been known and started to pursue creative projects within my company and role. And that's been received really well. So if you're really good at something, promote it, use it to your advantage, and, don't change who you are. Just make sure you're putting your best foot forward every day and staying true to who you are. So another tip I have is to say yes and go for everything, especially starting out this year and in the graduate program. I had no idea that of all the opportunities that would come my way, and especially once you start saying yes, more things are to come. So I always would say, even in high school, I'm not doing that. That's not cool. Or I'll just do something later in the piece. But everything does add up. So if something's interesting to you, or you think it might be a good idea, apply and just try your luck, because you never know what can happen. And if you don't go for it, it won't come through. So make sure you're always saying yes to everything and being open to new opportunities. And with that being said, my final tip is to just go with the flow. Sometimes this is really hard, and I'm a planner and also look quite into the future. and try and make sure I know what's going to happen. So in regards to that, you do have to be flexible because things just pop up, like I said, with opportunities, and you just have to go with them. And with your career, sometimes things don't come off and things change. So you have to be adaptive and agile and make sure that you're keeping up with the pace, and that, you know, we don't have to have a set life plan. If you want to travel for a year, go do it. Or if you're really keen on doing something or moving out or studying something different or taking a break, I really recommend to do it, because we've got time on our hands and you don't want to have any regrets. And it's really important to go with the flow and be open to new opportunities and pursuing different things. So I just say, go for it. So thanks guys for watching my video today. I hope you enjoyed it. There's going to be plenty more new stories and young women and their backgrounds and careers to come, which I'm really excited for, and it's growing, which is the important thing. But if you want to be involved, like I said, please message me or get involved, because everyone's got a story to tell and it's really helpful for others. So please don't be shy, get involved and message me. And I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching.